Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 6, Rap Sheets and Old Beefs. We get this flashback, we get a whole montage throughout the years of Candy and Marlo's tumultuous friendship. It's 2020 and Marlo drops in to see Candy. She shares the news about her nephew's passing and everything, and his roommate being the one that did it. They kind of share a moment. Candy is everything. She's supportive. She gets up to hug her. She's there for her the way that she can be. She even expresses that after losing her brother when she was 15, she's kind of numb to it, when it comes to gun violence or something like that. She's numb to it, but she's supportive. Then we see Marlo flip on Candy, in the latter years. Now of course they beefing now in 2023, but between 2021 and 2023, it has not been good. We see Marlo meet with her, managers, Ty and Justin, and I ain't even gonna go into, like verbatim what was said. But I ain't appreciate Ty being so vocal about a situation she's really not privy to. Like, all you know is what Marlo's telling you right now. And you gonna take that and run with it? And now you just sitting up really, laughing, amen, and all of that. All of Marlo's bullshit when it comes to she and Candy. What? Anyway, she shares, what went on between her and what's the girl name? Drew. What happened between her and Drew or whatever. Courtney invited all of them to this event, and Marlo is just worried about being around everyone again. She shares her version of events about what happened between she and Drew. Of course, she's painting Drew like she's the villain, and she was just so caught off guard and attacked. And her friends are just eating it up. Like I said, really high-fiving and in her amen corner, enabling it. And it's like, girl, are you dumb? You adding to the conversation and everything. Girl, be quiet. Just listen. If that's what you're going to do for Marlo, just listen. Because the fact that you're adding to it, you don't even know what you're talking about. Because Marlo is full of shit. That you should know. Because you're supposed to be somebody that's, that knows Marlo. Then you should know her for it works. Anyway, Sonya and the family. They're cooking. Sonya has good news. Her, is it Mommy Nation? No. Yeah. I'm like, it's Mommy something. Not for Lazy Moms is Monique, right? That's Monique Samuels. Hers is Mommy Nation, I think. Mommy Nation merch will be sold. I didn't get the website. I thought she was saying what I thought I heard her saying was belk.com. But was she saying belt.com, belk.com, or bell.com? I don't care enough to go and see. But if you know, put it in the comments. Anyway, her sister's being a little short with her. She a little annoyed after hearing that Ross want them to get out. She feel away. Because she like, y'all trying to put us out, but this whole situation is beneficial to you and Ross. It's going to be a huge gaping ass hole when we leave. Because she say they leaving regardless. We're leaving regardless. Regardless, girl, we're out. We're out. Sonya, she, with this flip-flop. Because with Ross, she's, they're on one accord, all of that. And when she get around the family, she try to put it all off on Ross. Like, this is Ross. These are Ross's wishes. And she's just going with her husband. Now she want to revisit the conversation with Ross because I don't think he's thinking about how beneficial this is to us. I don't think he's thinking about the fact that these are free nannies. because we just got live-in nannies and we don't pay them. And I was like, wait a minute. You real boastful about using your family. That's why they disgruntled. That's why they disgruntled. Because you feel like you can just get up and go and your sister or your mama going to be there to watch your kids. So you can just say yes to every opportunity. Say yes to every chance to be away. You going to say yes because you got your mama and your sister at the house. And your sister's like, now when we gone, what you going to do? Ain't going to be none of that. Ain't going to be none of that. On both sides, I see... on both sides, I understand, I should say, why they're annoyed with one another. I get why her sister's annoyed because she probably feels unappreciated and used. You know, and now you want me to get out? Oh, okay. Mom's thing is, you know, I don't know. She kind of teetering, tottering. Dad wants to stay. I'm sure her brother-in-law is also somebody that wants to leave. You know, he done quit. So, yeah, it's time for everybody to please. Everybody too grown. Be trying to live together. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough of that. It's time to just go. Anyway, Kenya and her friend Akila, they dropped by a building. Excuse me. Kenya wants to open a, was it spa? Hair salon? I think it's, hair salon / spa, something like that. So they're in the building, you know, she's walking her through, showing her, you know, telling her, painting the picture for her, what she wants the space to look like and all of that. They sit and talk about dating. Kenya says she's enjoying, you know, the time that she's had with, KMC. But he travels a lot. He's always away. And so it's not really easy to build with someone that's not here in your face. So she's working through that. They switched the topic. And she brings up Marlo and how Marlo showed her ass in Birmingham. You know, Akila's just like, oh my God, girl, what? Please, oh my goodness, jail time, slashing faces. Pause. I just need a moment. Kenya really did lay it all on her, laid it on thick. Cause you know she gonna put 20 on 10. She gonna absolutely gas it up a little bit. Sheree's granddaughter drops by Cairo. His child's mother, girlfriend. I think that's his girlfriend. She and the baby. The baby's name is Mecca. She's so adorable. She's so cute. We see Cairo done grew up. He's a great father, a doting father. While mom, you know, sits, he's the one that's attentive, gonna get up and, you know, get her a bottle, change her, all of that. He's already a great dad. Everything that his father was not. Bob. Sorry ass. Anyway, Sheree is proud. She's a proud grandmother, and it's clear to see. It was nice little family time, family activity. Love it. Drew's daughter is sick with the flu, so she brings her home from the doctor. Ralph and the boys are outside with their basketball coach. And do y'all notice that Drew and Ralph do this? They love to embarrass one another on camera, like throw little subtle digs, you know, at one another. It's very passive aggressive. It's toxic. And it's very obvious that that's what she's doing. She mentions the fact that, okay, I was sick then, and here you go. Now you want to be. It's almost like you're in competition. He's like, what do you mean? And she says, you know, I had a surgery, then you got to go have a surgery. He's like, I've never had a surgery. You had throat surgery on your eye, and surgery on your... And he was looking at her like, bitch, I'll fuck you to say that on camera. Oh, she getting them in. It's obvious that they are here for filming purposes only. Anyway, cousin Courtney invited her to the thing or whatever. I'm just like, why we got to call her cousin Courtney? You can just call her Courtney. Anyway, she tells him about cousin Courtney's invitation. she's not really pressed to be around Marlo right now after what happened, after City Winery or whatever. Then she gives him, her version of the events. Drew says that she asked Candy about the shooting, but she didn't say shooting. She said incident. She says, I'm from Chicago, so I don't use that word. It kind of, it condones it. It just perpetuates it. Girl, what? Anyway, she says Marlo felt like she was letting Candy off in some way, and she just doesn't understand that. Drew feels like she can't really figure Marlo out. They cool one minute, they gonna work towards something, then the next, Marlo is throwing a wrench in it. She gonna be a tough cookie to crack. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Kenya, she goes and sees the graphic design of what the space is going to potentially look like. It looks very nice. And it's going to be, to start the build, it's going to be upwards of $30,000. Sheree and her friend link up. We see she's asking, her friend is asking all these questions about Martell. Like, so you get more than 2 pumps with Martell? Then we see Marlo and the boys doing the homework activity that was given to them by the life coach. We land on Candy and Todd. They chit chat right quick. Todd has been working very hard and diligently on his script. He's been working on it for about a year now for the movie. So she just drops in and talks to him right quick. She shares that Courtney, a girl she ain't really fooling with like that, and invited her out, and she's reluctant about going, but Marietta says she's gonna go, and so she's gonna go. She calls Kenya to see what Kenya is going to wear. Kenya is right now at a party that she was throwing for Brooklyn. Candy sent the kids. She started, she sent Blaze and Ace, but she wasn't able to make it. But they FaceTime, and both of them feel a little bit annoyed about the fact that Courtney ain't really giving enough information in this invite. What they supposed to wear, what they gonna be doing, all of that. Kenya then shares that she got up with Sheree and Drew. And she tells her about the altercation with Drew and Marlo. Basically, Marlo is trying to spin a narrative. She's trying to connect Candy's restaurant with the death of her nephew. And basically trying to comfort her character. Like, she didn't send any flowers, this, that, and the third. And Candy don't appreciate that. Candy called her a lying-ass bitch. Ken's like, girl, I'm going to be there. I'm coming. I'm going to be there for you, so don't you worry about it. All right, Courtney's Beat the Bomb activity. Drew gets there first. I miss you so much, Cousin Courtney. Oh, my God, I miss you. I haven't seen you in forever. Girl, you just met her. You just met her. So, how's my cousin? How's my cousin? You don't know? I'm sure you know. Anyway. Drew tells her, I appreciate you for setting up the activity. It's going to be a good, team building exercise. Everybody's going to have to rely on one another with, getting out or whatever, getting through the maze, whatever it is. I want to say it was kind of like a escape room type of situation. Marlo shows up. She speaking to Drew, talking about, hey girl, hey Drew, hey Drew. She said it a few times because Drew is like, what are you speaking to me for? Girl, you speaking to me? Who's she talking to? Anyway, Drew shares what happened. Sorry about that. I was lost in my notes. Drew shares what happened the last time that she saw this lady. She's like, let me tell you what happened the last time I saw this lady. And so the rest of the girls start trickling in. Candy gets there and she's already in a mood. It's obvious. It's written all over her face. Because Sonya's like, you all right? And Candy says, no. While Courtney goes to check on the reservation, all of that, Candy is just like, okay, Marlo, my energy off. And so can we talk? Marlo wants to speak privately. She don't want to talk in front of the group. She want to pull her aside, her and Drew. So they go step to the side, and Candy first, Marlo wants to know, okay, well, what was it? What was brought back to you? What have you heard? Candy tells her what she's heard. Marlo tries to re-explain everything. And still, it's bullshit. She's still, with all of the stuff she talked about, the fact that, when it comes to what happened at your restaurant, we want to say incident and not shooting. When it comes to Marlo, we have no problem with uncensoring ourselves and just flat out, oh, she slashed somebody's faces. She did this, she did that. She got mugshot. All of those things y'all love being descriptive about it. Now, when it comes to you, we walk on eggshells. That's Marlo's grievance with her. She brings up, and Candy's still trying to figure out, okay, now what does that have to do with me? What does it have to do with me? Marlo says she gonna get there. She finally brings her in it. After saying that, after explaining her conversation with Drew and how it got heated and all of that. She says that her nephew was killed, and he worked at Candy's restaurant, and she brings up 2 years ago when they were at the house, and she was so emotional that day, and but she could tell that Candy wasn't in the mood to go there. She could tell that it wasn't something that she wanted to deal with. And then production shows Candy's disposition in that moment. Almost like they piggybacking. I don't like that production is like in on this. Because they did it a few times. Want to flashback to that 2020 the unseen footage. The stuff we didn't even see when the show was on back then. Y'all want to come showing us now. To line up with everything Marlo says. Everybody in cahoots. It's a scheme. This scheme that Marlo's setting up. Because she's trying to attach her nephew's death to Candy and her business. And it's really disparaging, girl. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Mayetta hears, that it's getting escalated, it's starting to escalate, and so she goes over there to see what's what, but it's really adding more fuel to the fire, because, I'm already upset. Don't come over here trying to grab my arm. Girl, I'm good. So she goes and sits back down. It does escalate, though, to a point where Candy is loud, like about to slap somebody, about to hit somebody, and they have to separate them. Kenya has to get up and go over there and get her friend. And Candy is visibly angry. It ain't for show. It ain't for play. She is mad. Mad with a T. They have to separate them, and the ladies, the cliques, Marlo, Courtney, Sheree, and it was one more person over there, Sonya. They in one corner, and then outside we have Candy, Kenya, Mayetta, and Drew. And, it's divided. Marlo telling her side. She got her amen corner. Candy got hers. When we all know Candy is justified in all of this. But once separated, Candy's outside trying to calm down. She shows them, she reads messages between she and Marlo. The messages that Marlo keeps bringing up. And Candy's just like, it did not seem to me that you was that bothered or worried about your nephew. You asking about opportunities, and it's just casual conversation. And so, what you mean I don't care? Do you care? Marlo, she, in there inside doing the same thing. In production, like I said, they're in on the bullshit, because they keep flashing scenes up on the screen, backing up Marlo's little campaign, her little hate campaign on Candy. Anyway, I'm not gonna do this back and forth between these two groups. Of course, Candy goes home. She goes home. And after she leaves, the ladies kind of discuss it a little bit. Drew adds her to it. She explains, that this all got started after Marlo basically like attacked her after the City Winery situation. Because she didn't want to use the word shooting, and she explains again why she doesn't use that word, and everybody's like, Okay. Girl, you reaching, but okay. Explain it again, girl. That was mine, Yetta. Explain it again, girl. Because, girl, we don't get it. We don't understand. Anyway, Courtney, she wants to go inside. You know, she wants to continue on with the activity. Drew said, I ain't going there with that trick. Saying, oh, no, I don't appreciate that. Don't call her a trick. She's not a trick. She absolutely is a trick. And I ain't going in there with her. Y'all have fun, though. Y'all have fun. Kenya, Mayetta, and Drew, they stay outside. They out there talking about combat fighting and strategy and all of that. Kenya say punch her real good in the throat. Just punch her one good time in the throat. Inside, Saya, we as black women should not be using that word. Like, we need to be mindful of using the word aggressive, you know, when explaining a black woman. It's like, girl, don't. To the fuck. No, absolutely not. We not going down that road, Sonya, because that's not what this is. That is not what this is. Anyway, Marlo, she start fake crying and everything, y'all. She start fake crying. Leave my past in the past. You know, this is why I'm not vulnerable. This is why I don't open up to these ladies. Because, you know, when did I, Marlo, get to be so aggressive? The day you step foot on these people's show was when. Anyway. Until next time. Because they go in and do the activity, Sonya and them, and the rest of the girls, they head on home. I would have been heading on home myself. Anyway, it's more to come, and I really don't appreciate this Candy hate train. Courtney had the nerve to go out there saying to Candy of all people, I just want to say I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Candy's like, thanks, I guess. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. In her last attempt to get some more camera time. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Anyway, that's it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.